Tuning in. I'm Vern. This is Vern's Junk Closet. So today is a video for you if you're purchasing a home or buying a vehicle. First, I want to say if you're new, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell me if you like this channel, and like in the comments below. So today is a good day to have a great day. Let's make today beautiful. Remember, no one is perfect here at this channel. Practice makes you better. Never stop dreaming. And again, please subscribe to Vern's Junk Closet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over, if you're a first-time home buyer, this is what you need to do. Please pay attention. So this is going to be Home Buying 101. I'm not an expert, but I do previously have a home that I am going to be selling, but I'm also purchasing another home. And this is what I wish someone would have told me when I brought my home the first time. So we're going to go over this, and I'm going to go over it little by little. If you have any more questions, please, in the comments below. So the first thing we're going to go over is you need to get a copy of your credit report. That is the first thing you need to do. You need to know what your credit is, because how do you know unless when you're checking it? Okay, so once the lenders pull your credit, they're going to know what your score is. And in order to purchase a home, you should be at least at a 620, and I believe it's about the same for a vehicle. This is mainly about homes. I will be mentioning a little bit about cars, and then I'll do another video on that. So this one is if you have bad items on your credit report, such as collections, medical bills, liens, judgments, or too many inquiries. And too many inquiries are when you're reaching out for credit and you're going to too many places. So if you're buying a vehicle and you go to 7 different dealers, it should show up as one on your report. It may show them each listed, but they're basically only looking at it as one credit request. And the same with homes. If you're purchasing a home, of course, you're going to shop around. You may go to bank A, B, and C, but it's still going to look as if you have ran your credit once. So that's something to be cautious of. When it gets into the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inquiries is when you're going to purchase a or you're applying for a credit card. If you're applying for 6, 7 different cards, say you get declined for the first one, then you do 2, 3, and 4. That's when it's going to show up, and it's going to be too many inquiries. They don't like to see that, the creditors, okay? So you may not want to purchase at this moment if your credit score is not in a good field, and I'm going to go over those numbers also. But if you are, then you'll move to the next step. So I would say clear any of those items that you have, any delinquencies, collections, medical bills, liens, judgments, or too many inquiries. I also want to note and let you know that inquiries stay on your credit report for 2 full year cycle term. So if you did it, just say today, I'm just throwing out a date, May 15th, it's going to come back May 15th, 2 years from now. Okay. So usually in that month of May, so just say it was May 1st, if you contact the credit bureau and let them know, hey, this is going to fall off, is there a way you can remove it a little bit early? Sometimes they may do it. It's not always. Most of the time when I have called and requested, they have, but I can't guarantee that. So the 3 credit bureaus are TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Most companies use Experian, but however, they still use those. If you have credit cards, you can also use your credit score from there and kind of compare it to what the credit bureau would see, or if you're purchasing a home or vehicle, what they're looking at is similar to that. If you use Credit Karma, if you use Wallet Hub, or it's another one. If you use any of those are Vantage scores. The Vantage scores may be a little bit lower, or it could be higher than your normal score. So if you have a credit card, Discover, I would say use that. Chase, I would say use that Gauge. So just to say you ran your report at the credit bureau and you pulled it, because sometimes they give it to you with your credit card and say that your credit score on there was a 700. You might go to Credit Karma and it may be 660, or it could be 720. But just know that the ones you get off your credit card are actually the more accurate ones to use. Okay, so you should know your credit score. and what you can negotiate. The higher your credit score, the lower your interest rate. And I'm going to go over that a little bit later. So in your credit file, it's if your credit file is good, there's no negative issues, you may start the process. So today I'm just going to go over purchasing a home. I will mention a little bit about vehicles. So right now this is all on purchasing a home. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to a bank, a credit union, or some kind of financial institution and get pre-qualified. So when you go, you're going to get pre-qualified, and what they're going to do is say, okay, we are a lender. This is what we're allowing you to borrow up to. It may be $50,000, $80,000, $100,000, $200,000, depending on what your credit score is, the more you're going to get. So if your credit score is in the 800s, of course they may give you $200,000-$300,000. If your career or your job that you have is not paying you that much, know what you can afford. Just because they're giving you $300,000 does not mean to go out there and purchase a $300,000 home if you can't afford the mortgage and other items that come along with purchasing a home, which I will go over shortly. So just remember, if they approve you for $200,000, maybe you want to look at a home for $100,000 or $150,000. Again, if you are a single person, it's different than a two-family income. So if you're a husband and wife or you're a two-family income, then it may be more. If you're going alone, it may be a little bit less. So again, you want to make sure everything in your credit report is good. The next thing you should do is decide which program you would like to go with. So they have several. I'm just going to go over some. Do your own research. There are more. So it's FHA, a VA, a conventional, or a first-time home buyer program. Normally with the first-time home buyer program, they give you a grant that you do not have to pay back. There may be some stipulations in getting that grant. Just saying, if they give you $15,000 for closing, they may say you need to live in that home for 5 or 10 years, 3 years, 7 years, whatever it is. Just make sure you read all of the fine print. Just because they put a piece of paper in front of you and tell you to sign it, don't just sign it. Make sure you read everything that's there, okay? So for down payment, again, it's normally 3% of the purchase of the home if you're going with a conventional loan. You should have your down payment. You should have the documents to prove that you have the down payment. So when you're going in to get pre-qualified, the main couple of things they're probably going to ask you for is your first or one or two last pay stubs of your employer, your W-2, and they may ask for tax forms, but not always. And they may ask you what form of down payment you'll be doing. How are you getting the money to put the down payment? Is it a gift from family members? Is it out of your 401k? Do you have savings? Are you taking out a loan? They look at all that, and then they add it together to come up with a score for you. I do want to say, for mortgages with less than 20% down, you will probably wind up paying private mortgage insurance, and that's called PMI, which is required. Also, you'll have other applicable fees, maybe like a transfer for the taxes, closing costs. Some of these are not paid by the bank, so make sure you check with your lender. And that's if a customer elects to obtain your an owner. So you can go and look and see what kind of program you are in. Please do your research. Just because they push it in front of you doesn't mean you have to take it. See which is better for you. You might need a FHA. You might like VA. You might like conventional. Do you want to do a 15-year loan? Do you want to do a 30-year loan? If you do a 30-year loan, it is a longer stretch of payment, so your payments may be less. If you do a 15-year loan, your payments will be higher. And again, it all depends on how much you're putting down. Just an example, don't quote me. If you're going for a $100,000 house and they say you need $10,000 down, your payment may be between $700 and $800. However, if you put down $20,000, $15,000, $5,000, depending on the amount you're putting down, your payment will be higher or lower, okay? Also, get an educated lender for your real estate agent or lawyer, and make sure you like them and have a good rapport with them. Make sure that you guys understand each other. They know what you're looking for. You know what you're looking for. Do your background. Research them. See how long they've been in NMLS, which is certified to help you look for a mortgage. Okay? Because there are scammers still out here. So please do your homework. Read up. Do your research. Get approved. Do not purchase anything new after you're approved. Example, you're approved for $100,000. Do not go out and buy a new car because they say your credit score is 750 or 800. Do not buy new furniture. Do not use your credit cards. This is very important. Whatever you have right now on your credit card is all that you can use. Do not go out, request more credit, and do not go out and purchase more items on credit because that will be a determining factor. And do not co-sign for anyone at this time. I don't care what it is. They say you have all this money. Do not co-sign for anyone. Mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, no one. Okay. The next thing is decide on the amount of mortgage payment you can afford. You have to shop around, and also your interest rate. So remember, the higher your credit score, the lower your interest rate. I believe, do not quote me, the interest rates right now are between 3.75 and 4. Look it up in your area and see what it is. Okay, some mortgage companies do not allow you to do bi-weekly payments. I know I like to do bi-weekly payments, but my mortgage company currently does not allow, so I have to pay it once a month. If your company does allow it, that's great for you. It'll make it seem like your mortgage is going down because it seems like you're making an extra payment. However, if they're not, then you will need to pay it once a month. You can pay ahead if you like. Say your mortgage is $700, you can pay that $700 and then pay an extra $100 towards your principal. That's your option. Don't forget to budget in your new expenses. You'll need to pay extras. So you're getting a home, you need to pay a water bill, which should be every 3 months. Your light and gas, your oil, if your home takes oil, cable, cell phone, homeowners insurance. Some of these are not included in your standard monthly mortgage payment. So really do your research and look up on that. Make sure you have a nice savings account, or at least $5,000 saved on the side for incidentals. You may get the home and everything looks good and dandy. You never know what something's going to happen. Okay. The next step, also any new updates needed for the home: windows, painting, flooring, maybe a garage or a sidewalk, a driveway, a roof, a washer and dryer. All of these are extra expenses separate from the $10,000 you may need to put down to purchase the home. Start to look for a home is your next process. Yay! So here, don't purchase or buy more than you can afford. Remember that. Do not be home poor. Stay in a comfortable budget for you. Okay? Now you need to decide on which area, side of town you like to live in, what you want in your home. Do you want a fenced yard, a big yard, a front yard, or a backyard? Do you want a garage? What style of home would you like? Would you like a colonial, a mansion, a ranch, a cape, a craftsman? Do you want a driveway? Some people have on-the-street parking, or do you want your home to have a driveway? Do you want a deck in the backyard? If not, you'll have to build one. If you want one, that's an extra expense. Make sure you do a budget before you do all this. This way you have all that calculated in. Do you want a large or small kitchen? How many bedrooms would you like? 5, 6, 7, 1, 2? You have to decide on that. How many bathrooms would you like? 1, 1.5, 2, 3? This is also something very important. Please take note to this. Get a home inspection. I don't care if it's a new home just built from the ground. Get a home inspection. I've seen homes that were brand new built. You think, oh, everything is in here, la-di-da. You go and it's a vent. The vent is fake, meaning there's no ventilation. Check everything. Look up, the ceiling, the roof. Look down at the floors. See if any leaks or water damage, cracks, settling. Do they have a popcorn ceiling? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Outside, inspect. Are there any holes in the ground? Any damaged sidewalk or stairs? Are you willing to pay for that to get fixed, or would you like the person that's selling you the home to fix it? This is all you need to put into your contract. Check closets and storage space. Some older homes may not have large closets. Some may. So make sure you check that if this is something that you need in your home or want. Now you can make an offer. So just because the home is $100,000 and you're approved for $200,000, don't just go right in and say, yep, I want to pay it $100,000. I love it, 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 because you're blind. Stop. Take a breath. Sit back. Go over everything. Read it all. And then decide, okay, maybe it's not worth $100,000. Maybe it's worth $95,000. Maybe it's worth $93,000. Do you want closing costs? This is all the things you need to factor in. Again, do your homework. Closing day. Woohoo! So what you're going to do now is your final walkthrough. When you're walking through, check everything. Do not forget. Have a list. Write down what you think I liked in this home, what I didn't like. Oh, I forgot that wasn't fixed. Oh, they promised to fix the steps. Oh, they promised to fix the floor. They promised to paint a room. Make sure all that's done before you walk in that house and get those keys. Now, you have the keys. You've signed. You're all set. You've closed. Change the locks. Some people don't, but change the locks just for safety reasons. Check your thermostat in your home, in your new home that you're going to be purchasing. Some of them have the nesting or the digital. Do you like that? Do you want the old-fashioned one? This is to save energy. Again, this is Home Buying 101. I'm Vern. This is Vern's Junk Closet. Please subscribe if you've listened to the video all this time. Hit the notification bell. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in the comments below. Let me know if you like this video, if you'd like me to do another one on it. Okay? The next thing we're going to go over is scores. So, scores normally range from about 300 to 850 on an average. Don't quote me. It could be a little bit different. So what you want to do is, poor credit is usually between 300 and 550. So therefore your mortgage rate may be 10%. Your car loan may be up to 20%. Your insurance rates are going to be higher because your score is lower. Credit cards could be like almost 30%. So subprime is 550 to 620. Your mortgage rates may be about 8 or 9. Auto loan about 18. Insurance rates are still higher. Credit card is about 20%. An acceptable credit normally is 620 to 680. Mortgage rates could be about 4 to 5%. Auto loans about 11%. Insurance rates may still be up in the middle. And then credit cards would probably be about 14 to 15%. 680 to 740. You have good credit. Your mortgage rate will probably be about 4%, 3%. Auto loans about 5 or 6%. Your insurance rates would probably be awesome. And your credit score would be about 12% or maybe lower. Excellent credit would be about 740 to 850. Your mortgage rate should be about 2 to 3%, maybe 0. Auto loan could be about 5% or lower. Your insurance rates are going to be ridiculous, barely 0. So just note that. And your credit card rates will be about 5 to 7%. Okay? So that's just a little something that I wanted to go over with you. The higher the score, the lower the rates. If you have any questions, please again let me know. I'm Vern. Thank you for tuning in to Vern's Junk Closet. If you have any more questions, let me know. Never stop dreaming. No one is perfect. Thank you again if you've listened to this video all this time. Home Buying 101. Before you purchase a home, watch this video. Like it. Let me know. Thank you again. You have a pleasant day. Light and love.